P-A-R-T-Y, party all the time. Where is the party? The party's right here. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you're probably wondering what the heck I just did, and yes, I was cheering, but that's okay. A lot of you probably are looking at my t-shirt. Some of you might know what this means, and some of you might not know what this means. And I'm gonna tell you what HOBY stands for. It stands for Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership. Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Seminar. I just spent the weekend in Spokane, Washington, doing something I haven't done in like 7 years. 7, that's a very long time. So let's talk about HOBY. What is HOBY? HOBY is a youth leadership seminar that happens all across the world for sophomores in high school. To this date, 470,000 sophomores in high school have completed this program and become alumni, whatever the appropriate term for that being would be. And I am one of those people. I attended this leadership seminar in 2005 when I was a sophomore in high school, and if you do the math correctly, yes, that means I am a senior citizen at 30 years old. Awesome. HOBY was started by one of the coolest gentlemen I have ever met, Hugh O'Brien. If you don't know who Hugh O'Brien is, go ahead and Google it. I have linked down below something called a Wikipedia page about Hugh O'Brien, but Hugh O'Brien was a massive, like, heartthrob actor in the 1950s and 60s where he played Wyatt Earp on television, which is huge. And then he decided to go on an adventure, and during these adventures, traveling abroad, he met Albert Schweitzer, and the two of them came up with this wonderful idea to create a leadership seminar for sophomores in high school. HOBY started in 1958 just out of the base of California, but like I said before, it has spread worldwide. Some states have one seminar like Washington, and other states that are big as New York or Texas or California, they have multiple seminars throughout the year. You're probably wondering why specifically sophomores in high school. Well, freshmen really don't know anything, not too much yet. Seniors, they're already checked out, they're done. And juniors, they have a lot on their plate to worry about, especially when this was first started. You know, they have colleges, they have proms. Now proms are kind of universal. But anyway, sophomores are kind of at their prime to soak up all this wonderful information and take it back to their communities and become wonderful leaders, the leaders that they were supposed they were meant to be. So like I said, I was we call them ambassadors, because they are ambassadors from their school to HOBY and from HOBY back to their communities. I was an ambassador for my high school in 2005, and I have volunteered almost every year since, up until the point of 2012, and then I moved to LA. And I kind of took a feelings out for the LA areas, and I wasn't feeling it. Washington's my home, and about 2 weeks ago, I was asked to volunteer again, and I stepped up, and I was in charge of, as a facilitator, or kind of like a camp counselor for the Pink group, or the Tourmaline group. Shout out to you guys. And it felt like I never left. So you're probably wondering what HOBY entails. It could be anywhere from a 3 to 4 day seminar where students across the world, sophomores in high school across the world, so in my case, across Washington State, up to 100 students will learn about social leadership, self-leadership, service leadership. They listen to speeches, they do activities. We just did amazing activities, and I don't want to give too much away because some of these activities do spread worldwide, and I don't want to give anything away to ruin anyone's seminar. But they listen, yeah, like I said, they listen to talks, they do activities, they learn team building, they do something called Leadership for Service, which every seminar site is required to do, and we go out into our local communities and do service projects. So they could range anything from Alex's Lemonade Stand, which is down below, is where we sell lemonade for funds sent to help cure cancer, or the one I was particularly in charge of and that I really liked was Project Linus, and that was making blankets for children with cancer or other terminally ill children. This year we also cleaned up retirement homes or park cleanups. So there's a whole bunch of different aspects of HOBY that make these, and like myself, people think about how they can better themselves as leaders, better their community around them, and help by giving back. HOBY is life-changing. I would probably not be the same person I was today if it was not for HOBY. This is just like my testimonial of how much I love HOBY. Is that a bad thing? I don't think that is. Anyway, how do I talk about HOBY without crying? Like, honestly, some of the greatest people, some of my greatest friends I've met at HOBY. I had more confidence in myself after HOBY. I learned how to love myself, how to be more open. And we talk a lot about mental health and other issues on my channel, and I probably would not have the confidence to be so open and honest if I did not have the skills that I learned at HOBY. I also take a lot of love into volunteering into my local community, whether that be through volunteering through HOBY. Like, when I say I go back and I work at HOBY, I volunteer. I don't get paid to do this. Everyone on these local seminar areas are volunteers, and they love to do it because they love the HOBY experience. I don't think I could say anything bad about HOBY, minus the lack of sleep. But much like any other camp we do, you know, you're with a ton of people. It can be very overwhelming. We do cheer a lot, hence the P-A-R-T-Y, party, knowledge. Where is the party is over. Or some of my, you know, other favorites, not so other favorites. HOBY, Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership, is an amazing organization that helps our kids of today become the leaders of tomorrow. You know, go and look up a list of past HOBY alumni. You have James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek, the kid who played Phil from Phil of the Future. You have local congressmen, other major celebrities, activists, all these important famous people. A good portion of them were HOBY alumni. Whatever you want to call it. So HOBY has a lasting impact. When you talk to someone about HOBY, they probably will not shut up about HOBY. If this is something that interests you, please check the link down below. I have linked to the HOBY.org website where you can learn more information about this wonderful organization that I fell in love with since I was 15 years old. I have also linked below to Hugh O'Brien's Wikipedia page where you can look up some more information about him and all the amazing stuff that he has done. If this is something that really truly interests you, reach out, learn how you can volunteer at your local HOBY, or you can donate, because it's not cheap to put one of these seminars on. And I am no way sponsored by HOBY to be saying this. I just really love HOBY. Yeah, I'm kind of affiliated with HOBY because of the fact that I volunteer there way too often, which is a good thing. But please, seminars range from $30,000 to $45,000 to put on, just so we make sure that we can have food and these awesome shirts. Our theme this year was HOBY Rocks, and it says, of course, HOBY Rocks. And y'all know how much I love my dad pun. So please consider donating to your local seminar. Reach out, see ways that you can help, because there are multiple ways to help make this experience just as outstanding for future leaders as it was for me. So thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble and ramble and ramble and ramble about how much I love HOBY. Are you a past HOBY alumni? Please let me know in the comments down below. I love meeting fellow alumni, and we can talk and share experiences, because I feel like if you randomly meet you're wearing a HOBY t-shirt in the middle of the street and you randomly meet another HOBY person, it's like your instant family. Is there any other organizations that you guys feel like summer camps or like Girl Scouts or something that you automatically like fell in love with? Does this spark joy? We're gonna Marie Kondo this. Does it spark joy for you? So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and ring that little bell for notifications. And until next time, guys, sláinte.